What's something an adult should never be afraid to ask for? When I was 23, I was in a terrible situation. I was working 2 jobs, barely making ends meet, and had to drop out of college to support my family. My dad was sick, and my mom was working as much as she could. I was exhausted, and my mental health was at an all-time low. I was barely getting any sleep, and I was constantly stressed. One day, I was at my second job, and I was so tired that I accidentally knocked over a display. My manager saw this and immediately started yelling at me. He called me lazy and said I was a terrible worker. I was so overwhelmed that I started crying. I told him that I was doing my best, but I was just so tired. I explained my situation to him, and to my surprise, he actually listened. He told me to go home and get some rest, and he would cover my shift. The next day, he called me into his office. I was terrified, thinking I was going to get fired. Instead, he told me that he had talked to the owner of the store, and they wanted to help me. They offered to pay for my college tuition and give me a raise so I could quit my other job. I was in shock. I couldn't believe that they were willing to help me. I accepted their offer, and it changed my life. I was able to go back to school and eventually got a better job. I'll never forget the kindness of my manager and the owner. They didn't have to help me, but they did, and I'll always be grateful for that.